I think there might be a paranormal component with this. I only really started to notice it when I began experiencing so much, for the lack of a better term, stalking. I just felt like I was being watched all the time, and people would know things about me that I hadn't told them. So they have to be watching you and monitoring you so much and comparing notes in order to know your next move. And with social media being so popular nowadays, they are watching you. They're watching everything you do and say, and they're calling each other, and they're asking what you said and what you posted, and they're noticing your car when you're driving around town, and they're noticing when you're at work and when you're not at work. They are physically watching you, but I do believe there's a paranormal component too. So yeah, I would be watched, and then I would be confronted about things that I had done. If it was even just going to the store or anything in my daily life, I would be confronted about it. And that gives you the feeling of constantly being watched. So you start stressing out and you start becoming paranoid, and you think that how do they know this when I haven't told anyone, or how do they know this when I've only told one person? It's because they're sharing information and they're watching you. So yeah, why would anybody care what I'm doing? Why would they care where I go grocery shopping, or when I get my hair done, or where I buy my clothes? Why would anybody care about all that? It's so boring. I'm not doing anything crazy or exciting. Why would they care? Why would they be watching me? Why and how? And that's why I believe that monitoring spirits are a real thing. So there's some supernatural force. It's almost like a shared consciousness that they all share. It's like a hive mind that they all have. And I'll share my personal experience with this. Just as a young woman in a family growing up, I was constantly monitored, constantly watched, constantly told what I should do, what I should wear, how I should look. And by multiple people. It wasn't just one person. It's not like I had one problem person. It was a group of people. It was several. It was legion. So one night, I woke up in the middle of the night, and I've never seen a ghost before. I would say I have a healthy interest in the paranormal, but personally, I had never really had a paranormal experience that I couldn't explain. But this one night, I woke up in the middle of the night and I saw something standing by my bed. It was a woman spirit. She had dark hair. She had an agonized look on her face, and she was waving her arms over me. And I know I saw it because I picked up my phone and I actually turned on my flashlight so that I could see what I was actually seeing. And it's like the moment I looked away, it disappeared. But I did see it for a good couple seconds, so I got a good look at it. And it's funny because when I saw it, I thought, that's it. Okay. And then I went to sleep because it's like I knew it couldn't hurt me, if that makes any sense. And you would think that if you see a demon or a ghost, you would think that you would be terrified. And I think the fear of actually seeing one is more terrifying than actually seeing one, maybe. So I do think that was the Jezebel spirit, especially when I did some research and I decided to look it up online what it was, and that was exactly what it was. So why would the Jezebel spirit be standing over me in bed? And I think the explanation is that my family, several members of my family, are possessed with the Jezebel spirit. And that's really the only way I can explain their behavior, and maybe sometimes their supernatural knowledge of things that I've done, even if I haven't told anybody. And I think that spirit maybe was attached to me or trying to attach to me, and it cannot have me because I'm a child of God and I'm saved. And I pray every day. And it made me think of another experience, and if I sit down and think about it really hard, I think I could probably come up with a lot of different scenarios that I could string together, but I don't try to do that, honestly. So here's just one more experience that I think I've had with a monitoring spirit. I'll just put it like this. My husband and I eloped to get married, and where we were at, there was a random woman that was, I can't even remember when I met her, when she came up to me. She was just suddenly there, and I was telling her that I was going to get married at this specific place and that we were eloping. And for some reason, she decided that she wanted to come and attend the ceremony, and no one else was going to be there except for the person that was marrying us. And I didn't ask this woman to come. She just was there, right? She just popped up like out of nowhere. And she did come to our ceremony, and I barely even remember her. I don't think she's in any of the pictures. Just a random woman just showed up at the time and place that we were getting married. She stood there. She observed for a moment and then she left. And to me that just seems like a monitoring spirit. It's just, people can have attachments inside themselves that make them do things, right? And I think that's what it was. I think that monitoring spirit had to be there. And I guess the only way I can explain it is I just believe there are things in this world that we can't see, that we can't hear, that we don't know that are happening. And I think there's an invisible layer to the world, and I think that could affect us and that we don't see it. And I think that when we do see it, I think it's a gift from God. And I guess that's all for today. I'll see you in the next one.